Hello, Professor Compton. This is my presentation for the second project that we have for the first section. The song that I chose to relate to a painting that we talked about is a song by Piero Picconi. I don't know how to say his name, so sorry if it sounds weird. I don't know how to say the name of the actual song either. I think it's like Altre Inquisizioni. And the painting that I chose to relate it to is a painting by John Constable, the Headlight Castle. I really like this painting. I think we talked about it briefly in class. Some specific parts that I wanted to talk about were with the field, the clouds, and then a little bit about the castle itself. The first part of the song is really like kind of graceful. It's very mellow, and when I think of it compared to this painting, it's as if I'm just walking around or like walking up the hill, and then it starts to get a little bit more dramatic, which I think could relate to the clouds in the painting due to it being gray, and it looks like on one side it might be raining while on the viewer's side it's just really cloudy. And then for the castle, from 131 to around 154 can relate a lot to just the guy and the dog walking around the ruins of the castle, sort of like stumbling across like a historical building that you didn't know about, and then you're just like looking around to see like what could have been there, or just trying to figure out like what it is exactly. For parts 201 to 316 is just focusing on the castle itself and how it's in shambles, and how there's bricks falling off and like a tree growing inside the little area that it's in. The painting itself seems to have a lot of emotions within it without showing a human face. It's as if like the painting itself is showing a face and is trying to express the loss of what this castle used to be. I think it's really cool. For the second part, I chose, oh my gosh, I didn't label it, but it's a painting by Monet. And I chose this painting mainly because I like the way that the water looked, and the fact that you can tell that it's shady on one side, and the other side that the light is shining right on the trees, and I think it looks really nice. And I actually saw like a short film about this painting, but it was like fiction, so it was really weird. But for this painting, I chose to turn it into a Bass Pro Shops ad, mainly because of the mostly shallow water. I put their slogan, which is "Your adventure starts here." I put a whole bunch of people like fishing on boats, and I even put a bass jumping out of the water. And for the font, I tried to make it as close to the original font as possible, but I only have so much fonts that I can pick from. I think I could have done a lot better, but I'm not, a master at Photoshop. So this is as good as it's gonna get for a Bass Pro Shops ad based off a painting. For the third part, I chose Henry Matisse's Les Codamas. I don't know what it translates to specifically. I saw something about a circus act, which maybe I could see. Oh my gosh, I actually do see it. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Is two people Oh, okay. Okay, well, when I originally saw it, I did not think of that. I didn't look into the name at all. But now that I said it out loud, I can see like the two people like jumping from the bars that they have swinging in the air. But when I originally saw this piece, I thought of a pie and a big cup of water on a picnic basket, and the feelings that I originally got from this artwork is hunger, relaxed, because it's a picnic, and who's gonna be stressed at a picnic? Maybe a little bit thirsty due to the cup of water, and warm due to the use of oranges, and I think a little bit of red. I could be wrong. I'm slightly colorblind. Those were the feelings I originally got. But now that I said it out loud, I 100% see the circus act, and I wish I could redo it, but I do not have the time. So for the fourth part, we had to make our own work, and I chose to work with the photo of my current girlfriend. It was a photo that I took around the beginning of this semester of her just working on some science notes or something of the sort. And I liked the look of the photo. I like how she's not looking directly at me because I am horrible at drawing faces. The artwork I created is on a sheet of canvas that I covered with paint and then put charcoal on top of. And I tried to do it in a sort of impressionist style, mainly because of like the thick lines and like the looseness of the shapes, because I can only do so much. I couldn't sit around for hours on end trying to make a neoclassical type piece, which is what I originally wanted to do, but I again don't have the time to do that. And some inspiration was these Manet paintings, the Street Singer and Portrait of a Lady, mainly because in the Street Singer you can see like the thick lines that they have, or that he put on to show like the shape, and didn't really use much shading, although he did like a little. It looks mostly flat, which I really liked, and I used that for the striped shirt of my girlfriend. And again, for like the looseness of the face in the Portrait of the Lady, I also tried to replicate on the portrait that I did. I think it turned out pretty okay. Definitely could have done a lot better, but I unfortunately try to rush through this project, which is an issue on my end, and I apologize. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's the entire slideshow. I hope I didn't do too bad. I hope you like everything that I created with this project. And thank you. Goodbye.